Welcome back to Let's Make a Game. In this video I'm going to show you a second way of doing hover text or mouse over text. Hover text or mouse over text is text that comes up when the player moves their mouse pointer over an image. So I have an image here, and if I click on this to make sure that I'm in the right window, eventually it will come up with this little rectangle, which is probably a bit hard for you to read, but which says this hover text has line breaks. Then there's a line break, and it says you can't get this just with the img command. And that is the reason for learning a second way to do this. So let's have a look at the code. So we've already talked about how to do hover text, which is you go square bracket, img, square bracket, whatever hover text you might want, a vertical line, the key for which is next to the keys for square brackets, and then the location and name of the image and a couple of end square brackets. But as I've said, the problem with that is that you can't put in line breaks. If you do our normal way of indicating line breaks, which is less than BR greater than, it will just print less than BR greater than. It won't recognize that as meaning put in a line break. So what you do instead is you have an img command without any hover text, and you surround it with a div and a slash div. So we have less than div title, T-I-T-L-E, equals quote the hover text that we want, another quote to end the hover text, greater than, and then after the image we have slash div, that is less than slash div greater than. And the point of doing all this, the way that you get line breaks in it, is in the title you put ampersand, which is the and symbol, hash, which is the symbol you use for hashtags, 13. So ampersand hash 13 or ampersand hash 13. And it will recognize that as indicating that there should be a line break there. Please make sure not to put hover text in the img command, because as this note says, any hover text in the img command would be used instead of the div title hover text. So that is how you get line breaks in your hover text. I will leave it there for now. I hope that was useful or interesting to at least some of you, and I hope you will tune in next time.